A reminder that your before body is someone's present or future body, which they are already love or are attempting to get along with. So please cease and desist with the before and afters.
Yeah, try getting legal and take them to court. The judge is either gonna laugh or just kick you out of the courtroom right then and there.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. Going back into r/Fatlogic, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. Oakley dokley, let's get into this. Do something different this year. Keep the candy in your house. Eat it. If you start to run low, get more. Eat that too. Keep repeating. Do this all year. See what's possible in your relationship with candy by next Halloween.
You eat as much candy as this post is implying, you'll be able to go as a pirate next year because you'll be missing a leg and you won't be able to see through one eye, because that is called diabetes. Candy's fine every once in a while. Like, I honestly love Halloween because of the pumpkin-shaped Reese's cups. Those things are freaking awesome, but seriously, just pace yourself.
Your body might be bigger now than it was a year ago. It may have softened and exhaled. It survived a pandemic, which is no easy task. There may be roles you haven't met before. There may be stretch marks to document your survival. Your vase may be fuller than you may feel you are greeting it for the first time. You may take up more space now than you did a year ago, and thank goodness you do. Thank goodness your body knew that surviving meant expanding, and that it is wise enough to know that it needed to grow to get through.
Honestly, if you gained weight during the pandemic, that is perfectly fine, because, hey, they closed down the gym, so really all you could do was, like, if you had an at-home gym or walking outside, that was pretty much it. But the pandemic ain't the reason you bought 10 pounds of chocolate. But also at the same time, don't try to use this post to justify that it's not possible for you to lose any weight now. If you gained some weight before, that is perfectly fine, but don't let that knock your stride off.
The "we are all fat, stop dividing us" mentality is violent. Being fat does not mean you don't have internalized fat phobia, and your internalized fat phobia causes harm to those who are fatter than you. This conversation is akin to colorism in black and brown communities, and it's tired. Being marginalized does not mean you don't have privilege. If you want to be safe for fat people, you need to not just accept or say that you don't judge fat bodies, you need to celebrate them.
So you want to celebrate being unhealthy, but at the same time, you're going to bash people if they think being healthy is going to make them content with their own body. Am I missing something on this?
I want haze medical providers who go beyond not recommending weight loss because weight loss isn't sustainable. I want haze medical providers who wouldn't recommend weight loss even if it was sustainable because they recognize the value, worth, and importance of fat bodies and wouldn't want to eliminate them if they could. But you've seen that healthy bodies and being less than 200 pounds is not sustainable, but being 700 is? Ex-fats are the worst. Literally, they never shut up about it. It becomes their whole personality. You're coming off saying that like you don't do the exact same thing. And you know what? God forbid I want to feel accomplished on something. You know, the good old feeling of I made it. Nope, somebody else is gonna say, no, you didn't. Amazing moment in the Gen Z world, remaking With My Kids at the Doctor's Office. Nurse asks them to step on the scale, and they say, no thanks, and blithely walk into the examination room. You can't do that, I marvel. Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Weight and health is superior, sus anyway. Okay, you lost me the second you said TikTok. Weight limits that prohibit higher weight bodies from participating in something, i.e. amusement park rides, parasailings, massage tables, etc., are not an indication that higher weight bodies weigh too much. Yeah, I think the physics are. They are the representation of anti-fat bias and laziness on the part of those creating these things. There's nothing that can't be created for fat bodies. There's just industries and a culture refusing to create them.
Okay, but you know, like, there's a reason that the roller coaster is able to go around a loop-de-loop, right? If you weigh it down, it can't do it.
I don't want to hear about your diet. I don't want to hear about your weight loss. It doesn't mean you can't talk about it, but I hope you will consider how you discuss a topic so ingrained with misogyny, classism, racism, and fat phobia. The body size you are excited to leave behind is also the body someone else is living in and trying against the chorus of our entire culture to love themselves in today. Please remember that.
For some reason, as soon as I saw that misogyny thing, I was thinking, did this person actually say that women aren't able to lose weight? And that's on top of the whole thing being followed by racism.
I used to think dieting was empowering because I bought into the idea that I could shape my body into whatever I wanted it to be. It was a lie. Dieting steals your power to make your own decisions and then blames you when you fail. Does that sound empowering? People generally gain weight when they are in a happy and stable relationship. You're saying that like people can't be taken and, thin. Would you still do the same exercise if it didn't change the way your body looks physically?
I mean, considering some people do it for fun and the fact that there are some endorphins and chemicals in the brain that release when you do physical exercise, some people, yes. And if we're taking this to a more literal statement, if you don't see results that you're wanting to see, then change it up a little bit. Maybe you plateaued.
Rebel Wilson gained weight with the purpose of using fatness to advance her career and capitalized off of fat stereotypes, making our bodies the butt of every joke just as long as it was convenient for her, and now says it's never too late to improve yourself. Absolutely vile.
This is a new one. I haven't heard of a celebrity changing their body to work with their career for certain roles. That's something that's never been seen before.
We can't just be anti-diet because diets don't work. We need to be anti-diet even if diets did work because fat bodies are magical and we need them in this world.
But still, this is not glazing over the fact that you guys glorify this type of body style while bashing somebody else's, and you still call yourself health at every size.
We can name it anything you want, but if changes in family eating habits are actually in response to concerns about a child's weight, the child will know. Even if weight is never mentioned, the child will know. Better idea, trust children's bodies and make sure they know that their home will be a safe place for their body to exist at whatever size it is. Yes, even if it's 300 pounds and you're 7 years old.
I don't even know if that's physically possible, but yeah, that just seems like where this logic's going.
When we position weight regain as the reason to quit dieting, we uphold anti-fat bias. Doctor, I recommend weight loss. Me, I'm looking for a prescription that doesn't fail the vast majority of the time. What do you recommend for thin people with these symptoms? Intentional weight loss does not meet the most basic criteria for ethical, evidence-based medicine. It is literally not a legitimate treatment for anything. The most likely outcome of an intentional weight attempt is weight regain, and while there is nothing wrong with being fatter, there is something wrong with a medical intervention that has a 95% failure rate and the opposite of the intended effect the majority of the time.
Hey, here's the thing, if you're needing a prescription that works for both big and smaller people, it certainly isn't McDonald's.
As a fat person, I have love and compassion for the people in my life who are still dieting/restricting, and they will never be the people I am closest to or trust the most. My fatness is not separate from their pursuit of thinness. You can't be pursuing thinness and be safe for fat bodies.
Imagine wanting to alienate yourself from somebody just because you don't have the same body type.
Like, doctors give bad nutrition and weight management advice all of the time, so credentialism probably is not the way to go here.
Oh yes, but you going to the 10th page of your Google search or your WebMD to find the one result that works in your direction is definitely more credible than the person who went to school for multiple years to earn a degree.
When someone asks why you lift, better health, burn fat, look better, build muscle, feel confident, and increase strength.
Honestly, mine is the 7th reason. I just want to hopefully do this one day. I know it's probably fake, but there's some super soldier stuff, but that would be just darn neat.
I will never understand why small fats are completely okay with narratives that portray their bodies as bad in media solely because it gives them an opportunity to see themselves in media. Like, this is not the way. This post brought to you by someone in a voice forum thinking it was so cool that ALW Cinderella had a body like hers, despite me pointing out that body is still perceived as thin, and from what I've heard, the framing device of the show is that Cinderella is supposed to be ugly, and with that centering of a small fat is ugly, what does that say about larger fats? Why are we so okay with playing roles that don't really honor us, just because the representation condition is doesn't mean we have to be okay with it just existing. And that's another thing about this whole thing. Like, some people will actually get upset of somebody who is still overweight but not as overweight as them, thinking their body is broken. It's all about respect. Just because somebody doesn't qualify to be on the cast of My 600-Pound Life does not mean that that person is lesser of a human being. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and to see more videos like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, start up them wholesome internet discussions, maybe make a friend or three, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Help the channel get to 60,000 subscribers. I feel like we're getting pretty darn close. And I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.